I realized the other day that when we get upset at people, right, we are programmed to focus on the individuals, but that is effectively a waste of time because it's not the person that upsets you. It's what they represent. For example, catch a man mansplaining or sort of saying crazy shit to you because you're a female. He says sort of sexist jokes and tries to just talk down to you. It's not them that you have an issue with. It is what their actions represent. It's the idea of misogyny, of the patriarchy that you have a problem with. Forget the person and focus on the idea. What I have a problem with is the fact that we live in a misogynistic society, that people feel like it's okay to look at another person and think that you're superior to them simply because of their genitals. That's a problem, right? You see how all of a sudden it's bigger than the person? You see how all of a sudden you're redirecting that person's actions to this bigger toxic sort of issue that's a festering wound in our society. It's too easy to make it about this one person said this to me or these people said this to me and to hold on to their faces. We're shown this in movies, for example, right? So there's a character that's trying to like achieve certain things and then this one person shows up and they're like, you'll never amount to anything. And then the person that's trying to achieve something takes that person's face and then they focus on, I'm going to show you, not this idea that it's fucked up to think that you have the right to tell somebody else what they're going to do with their life and to speak down on somebody. That idea is a fucked up idea. I have a problem with the fact that you as an individual that's just like me feel as though you have some sort of authority to speak on what I'm going to do with my life when you're just like me. I don't give a fuck if you're a teacher. I don't give a fuck if you're some whatever gatekeeper. You don't see the future. You don't know what I'm going to amount to. And the fact that you feel like you have the power to speak that level of negativity over me is what I have a problem with. I have a problem with the fact that as a society, we have been socialized to believe that that kind of behavior is okay, to speak down to people when we have no idea what the future holds. The same thing with people who go to like tell their peers, I've got this business idea, and their peers say, oh no, that's not gonna go anywhere. And then you get mad at your friend for saying that shit. One, the problem isn't your friend saying that. It's just, the problem is the fact that we live in a society that hasn't socialized your friend to understand that just because they cannot see something that you can see, just because they don't have the vision that you have, doesn't mean that they have the right to stop you or to hinder you from going forward with the idea that you have. But that's a failure, not of the individual, but society. And so once you start making your problems not about people, but about ideas that society has, mindsets that society has, behaviors that are encouraged in our society, you can then start tackling the true problem and healing society as a whole. For a successful society to sort of emerge, to grow, we need to get in the habit of understanding that it's the visionaries that can see things that the rest of us can't. They need to be encouraged because when they make changes based on the things that they see that the rest of us can't, us as a collective, as a whole, move forward.